Hey guys, it's Deacon082, and welcome back to Pokemon LeafGreen Randomizer Nuzlocke. In the last episode, we made land here on Cinnabar Island, and it's time to replace the fallen tails from last episode, and I've made my decision. It was between Emil the Mr. Mime and Floria the Shroomish. Well, Shroomish evolves in one more level, but the problem is we already have a fighting type in our party, so I've decided to go with Mr. Mime, which hopefully will be a good decision. Plus, it's already on level 30, so it takes less time to train up. As for the others, well, they might get some use later on, but we'll have to see on that. Alright, the next order of business, we're going to go over here into this Pokemon laboratory. And there's all kinds of stuff in here. The main thing, though, is all the way on the right side, where we can actually talk to this guy and bring a fossil back to life. So we're going to give him the Dome Fossil, which is a fossil of Golem, a Pokemon that is apparently already extinct. So if we leave and then come back in, we can actually get a free Golem, which will be our Pokemon for Cinnabar Island. Now, I guess I could have done this first, because it actually says what it is, but I decided not to. And our Golem, because it's a female and I can't think of any names, it's going to be named Bertha, after gym leader and, Elite Four member in Sinnoh who actually used a Golem, and Bertha gets, like, no respect, because most people don't even know who Bertha is. She's, like, pretty forgetful. I mean, a lot of people just completely forget that she exists. We're going to pick up some Ultra Balls now, because we can buy them, and I don't think we really need anything else. So that is all for Cinnabar Island at the moment. We can't go in the gym. We can head here into the, well, this is the Pokemon Mansion. But the thing is, I kind of want to train Emil up, and the Pokemon in there are a little too high to train on effectively. So what we're actually going to do is come back to Cinnabar Island later, and we're actually going to head north and surf up on Route 21, which is a new route we haven't got to, and we're going to see where it takes us. But right off the bat, we run into a Latios, so this is fantastic. Actually, it's actually pretty good, because we can get some free experience in for Emil having to do some switching around. Hopefully, we can take out this Latios with an Aurora Beam or two. Critical hit, that works very well. Good experience. And then a Wooper will use Surf if we can ever hit. Yawn won't do anything because we're paralyzed, and we can't go to sleep while we're paralyzed, which is pretty good, but I'm going to heal that paralysis. In the bag, I have several paralyzed heals still. So we'll do that. Let's see. Another swimmer up here. There aren't that many on this route, maybe like 6 or 7. Not too many. Here's a Vulpix, and we can test out. We actually have Magical Leaf. Psybeam is a pretty powerful move. Does that much damage to Vulpix. And, well, let me take a look at Mr. Mime's stats all around, because its special attack and special defense are fantastic, so that Flamethrower hardly did anything. It also has Soundproof, which could come in handy, but the problem is, its physical defense is kind of low, so we gotta watch out for some attacks, but it's not weak to anything that's physical, is it? I'm not sure. But even a strong fighting attack will do some pretty good amount of damage to it. But yeah, here we have a Dragonite, so we can use more ice moves. Because we don't have Tails anymore, Darlene is our only way to use ice moves, and I mean, that's not a bad thing, but it's nice to have a backup. And I don't know why I did that instead of Aurora Beam, because we flinch. I'm going to go ahead and heal, just because I want to be safe right now. I don't want to risk losing Darlene by like a critical twister or something. And then we can finish it off with Aurora Beam. There we go. Darlene's paralyzed again. I'll have to heal that once again. But Emil's up to 31. At the end of this episode, I will do some training for Emil. I'll do it on screen, of course, because I'm doing everything in this run on screen. And then, next episode, we might actually come back to Cinnabar and do the mansion. I haven't decided my exact schedule yet, because we still haven't done anything in Saffron, and there's a lot to do there. And honestly, it's underleveled for us now, because we've gone all the way out of our way to do Cinnabar and attract Delcatty. Why? Why do you have to do this, Delcatty? I'm just gonna high jump kick it. Hopefully it hits. There we go. Get out of my face, Delcatty. How are you standing on that water anyway? Yeah, I'm gonna make that comment every time. But here we have a Fisherman, and we actually have to make land to battle him, which kind of disappointing. It would have been funny if he could, like, fish us up. Might as well use Psybeam. It's super effective, and Psychic is very powerful, especially from a Mr. Mime. And then a Magikarp, so we'll use Magical Leaf for the first time. Magical Leaf can't miss. Its 60 power can't miss. Not that great, but, I mean, coming from a high special attack stat like Mr. Mime has, it's not a bad move in a lot of cases. And I'll probably be using it pretty often. Here we go, a Poliwag. It's not fighting type yet, so we can use Magical Leaf, and it critical hits and takes it out. So I might not have to do that much training for a meal, but I'm at least going to catch him up to the rest of the team. See, one shot at a Swinub, it's not even super effective. Man, Mr. Mime is really good. Really good. Another swimmer that's swimming around. I just love these water routes. Thankfully they're not very long, but still there's just a lot of stuff on them. There's 3 of them, but I don't know. How many water routes are there in, like, the Sevi Islands? Because I've never really played that far. I guess I'll find out. Like, I plan on doing post-game stuff in this too. Like, still keep it as a Nuzlocke. But, I mean, I don't expect the post-game stuff to be very difficult. So, we'll see. If I can hit with Body Slam, it would be nice. Oh, great. Great. Come on, Body Slam. There we go. Not quite a kill, but this one will do it. Alright, so Darlene is almost to 43. I'm just focusing on Darlene, as here we get our encounter for this route, Route 21. It's a Misdreavus. I can't weaken this at all because it's level 6, so we'll toss a Great Ball. Might want to use Ultra Balls just because we have them and we can't weaken it at all. I don't know if I really want a Misdreavus. I probably wouldn't use it just because it's already level 6. Plus it doesn't evolve in this game, only in later games. Misdreavus, it likes playing mischievous tricks such as screaming and wailing to startle people at night. I have no idea what to go for a nickname, so we're gonna name it Larry, and I'm probably off on this. I forget which one of the Koopalings was a trickster, but I, for some reason, think it's Larry, so we're gonna go with that. I'm not gonna use that Misdreavus at all. And it's a Skitty, so, Reflect could actually come in handy, because you never know. So I think I'll go for a Reflect, and then, Rock Slide on both, see what happens. Yeah, Reflect and Double Battles works on both of them, and I gotta take out this Skitty too. Skitty flinches, that is perfect. So, this move will take out both of them. That Confusion does nothing because we resist it. And Skitty goes down, and Espeon goes down. So we're doing pretty well in double battles, using actually our 2 lowest levels. Man, there might be more Fishermen on this route than Swimmers, and we have to make land every single time we want to fight one of them, which is kind of annoying. Here's a Kangaskhan, so we'll send in Chuck for a super effective hit. And then it seems like everything has Bite, but I mean, Bite is special because it's a Dark-type move. And, well, a lot of things that use Bite don't have very high special attack, like Kangaskhan, for example, so I mean, our Mr. Mime probably won't have to worry about Bite very much, just because, first of all, it's good special defense and the low special attacks of Pokemon that use it. But a move like Crunch we might have to worry about, just because it's a lot more powerful. As we'll just harm thrust everything he throws at us. Man, just speeding through this route. Chuck is going to learn Belly Drum, and not a great move for Nuzlocke, but it cuts our HP in half, meaning we lose 50% no matter where we are, and it boosts our attack stat all the way up. Now Chuck already has a really high attack stat, so I don't really see the need for Belly Drum, but it could come in handy at some point, but we're probably taking a bigger risk using it because, well, we'll be at half health and we're not very fast, so it might not be the best move for this kind of purposes, so I didn't teach it. And here, another Fisherman. This is the Magical Sits Magikarp trainer, I think, but in this game he's got Sits Pokemon that might actually pose a challenge. We'll just Psybeam all of them, I guess. Should probably take a little more care when I'm going against physical attackers like a Lickitung, because it could have Lick, which could cause some problems for us, because Lick is a physical move. Even though it's weak, it's still a physical move, and our physical defense kind of sucks. But Emil is slowly leveling up. That's level 33 already. Recycle is not really very useful, but if you use an item in battle, like if you have an Oranberry or like a Focus Sash or something, and then you use Recycle, it brings the item back. But like I said, I don't really have any held items that are consumed, so not very helpful right now. We'll take out Nidoking with Psybeam, and then a Bulbasaur goes down with Psybeam. Psychic types aren't quite as overpowered as they are in red and blue, but they're still pretty powerful, as we just took out the entire Sits Magikarp trainer with Mr. Mime. Yeah, so, that's pretty good right there. As here we are, there's a grass patch here, but we've already encountered something here. We could have had a Nidoqueen up here, and I guess we'll take that out with Psybeam. This actually wouldn't be a bad place to do my training. Only problem is there's no healing areas nearby. A Whiscash, that's interesting. I can Magical Leaf that super effectively. So that's going to get Emil to 34. I don't know if I really need to do the training, because 34 is pretty good on level, and we still have some of Silphco to do, well, all of Silphco, so a lot of stuff in Saffron. So where I'm actually going to go now is to Saffron City, if I can get there. And, well, I think we'll just completely come back to Cinnabar Island later, but we're going to take care of one thing in Saffron right now that we could have, well, I guess we couldn't have done before, but we can certainly do it now. This is the Fighting Dojo. And, well, there are a bunch of trainers in here. 4 of them, plus the leader. So, I think we'll take them out, because we still got some time on this episode. And these Pokemon aren't insanely high levels. I think they go up to 35 or so, which means we're pretty good to take them out. Here is another Latios. This is the second one in this video, at least the third in the series, probably more than that. But they all go down with Ice Beam, well, Aurora Beam, and I think we're pretty close to an evolution. I hope it's at 43. It could be 44, but for some reason I'm thinking 43 right now. I guess we'll see at the end of the battle. As the final Pokemon is a Meditite with a super effective hidden power, and we're paralyzed, so we need a hit. Okay, that'll do it. Meditite goes down, more experience, and no evolution yet, so it is level 44. Because I know an evolution wouldn't be past 44. It's either 44 or 42 or 43. There's something that evolves at 48 though, but I can't remember what it is. It's like 34. No, it's Aggron, isn't it? It's like, no, Aggron's 32 and 42. But we only have to take out 2 of these trainers. Actually, no, we can take out the last one, I guess. Is this going to stop us from taking out the others on the left side? Because in normal gyms, if you take out the leader, then you have to go through it again. I mean, not... I know what I mean, but I don't know how to say it. After you take out the gym leader, you can't take out the gym trainers. But this isn't a normal gym, so I don't know if it would work that way. And here we have a Jigglypuff. A lot of HP, and Body Slam kind of does a lot, but Psybeam will finish it off. Alright, so there we go. By defeating him, we can get to these item balls in the back, but first we're going to take out the other two trainers if it will let us. Okay, just making sure. Alright, so Black Belt Mike with a Kecleon. We will start off with Rock Slide, see how much it does, and now it's a Rock type. Doesn't really matter because we can hit it with Rock Slide for normal damage, or we can just low kick it, super effective now. Alright, Ricardo level 36. Next up is a Blastoise, so I kind of have to switch for that, and I suppose we'll go to Chuck, even though we have a grass move on Mr. Mime. That's not a switching I'd trust at all. Yeah, Protect goes before Fake Out, so that's not very good. Critical hit there. But like I said, I mean, this isn't a real gym. It's not... The trainers here aren't that strong. Sabrina is much, much stronger than this gym. And we will get to Sabrina later on. But here is a Metagross. And if it has a Psychic type move, I'm kind of worried. But I think I'm going to High Jump Kick because I'm pretty sure we're faster. And... okay. Yeah, Metagross doesn't have very high special attacks, so I wasn't too worried about that. And we take it out, so one more trainer left in here, and I think this one only has 2 Pokemon. I was thinking 1, but it's a Claydol. Low kick would be not very effective. None of my moves are effective, so I have to switch out to Aerial for Surf or something. Yeah, probably Surf would be the best move here, super effective. And Ancient Power doesn't boost stats, but Claydol is bulky on the special defense side, so it'll stand up to a Surf. Alright, level 38. And finally a Weepin' Bell, so we can use Fly for that, and we should be able to get it down pretty low, or kill. Weepin' Bell not very defensive. Gloom is more defensive than Weepin' Bell, but that is all the trainers in here, so we can go into the back. And we have a choice of 2 Pokemon. The hard-kicking Farfetch'd, or the piston-punching Spinda. And do I really have to choose here? I don't want to choose. How about some suspense? Find out what Pokemon I pick next time on Pokemon Leaf Green Randomizer Nuzlocke. We'll be choosing between Farfetch'd and Spinda. And it'll be the most important decision of the run. See you guys next time.